Hey, this is Lisa Schmid with the Stamper Studio, and tonight is new in the studio. And I'm super excited to show you something that is kind of big for a stamper, but kind of compact, and it's new in the studio for me. So let's take a look. This is the new Stampin' Cut and Embossing machine. Okay, so I'm going to show you what it comes with. So first off, it comes with this device machine. It opens up and it kind of has a little, like, it goes that far and then you snap it shut. Okay, so there's that. It comes with that, and it comes with plates that are numbered. So I have plate number 1 with directions on how to use it with dies, with a standard embossing folder, and with the 3D, and I'm going to show you those. It comes with number 2. I'm loving these numbers. And then it comes with number 3, which are the plates. And then it comes with a number 4. So I'm going to show you what all of those are for. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to set that right back in the middle for you. And first off, we will go ahead and emboss using, let's look at our code here. We'll emboss using thin dies. Okay, so we're going to start with the thin dies. We need a number 1, check. We need a number 2, which is this, check. Same pictures on here. Number 2, check. We need a plate, check, check. And we need a die. So I'm going to do, I showed this on Saturday. I'm going to use these Joy dies just because they're kind of fun. Let's do Joy this time. The other day I did Bright, but today we'll do Joy. Joy, joy, joy. All right. So I am going to cut out Joy, the background of Joy in white. Nope, I'm going to cut it in green. I had to think through my little process there. So I'm going to cut that in green. Now, this is not magnetic. I know there is one down the pike coming, and I'm going to do the Joy in magnetic in the foil, green foil also. Now, here's something I am learning. This side has, I've been die cutting, so this side is rough. This side is also rough. So I actually want this one on the bottom. If I did this again, actually I want to order another plate, and I want to keep one clean. Oh, they both have stamping on them. I'll show you why, because it does a little impression on the foil, which I don't really want. So let's go ahead and push that through. And I tend to go back, and that's so particularly on the foil, because I don't want to, whoa, see that Joy just fell right out. There it is. There's the Joy, and there's the background. And this is what I'm talking about. Can you see on here? Hi, Laverne. Your pictures are so stinky cute. Can you see right here that impression? That's because my plate already has some impressions on it. So I would keep one in the future, one plate completely clean. That's what I'm going to do. All right. So we're going to go ahead and die cut now. Let's see, the middle piece is this one. So I'm going to die cut out this Joy. Joy, joy, joy. And sometimes I just go back because that's shorter to go down and back. And this Joy, if I line them all up, let's set this aside. So I just created this. I'm going to just hold it. I'll go ahead and stick it together. I just created this. I do sometimes like to pop these up, but I'm just going to, and normally on this I would use glue, like the 2-way glue, but I really am showing you more the die than, but that works too. So see how cute that is? And that was just die cut out super simply. So like I said, I would keep one plate clean, like nothing. I would not use it for anything and keep it completely clean like this. Then you won't get this funny impression on the foil. Okay, so that is number 1. That is number 1 on our first one on our list here, and that's the dies. And then we're going to look at this one. So this one is for embossing folders, and this one is for a standard embossing folder. Now, what's the difference, you might be asking? A standard embossing folder is a little bit thinner than a 3D embossing folder. So this 3D pines in the pines, this 3D one is quite thick. but this one is not. Okay, so a standard embossing folder is the thinner ones. And our machine does come in this size and in a mini. And the mini, this is for the mini. The mini is $60. This one is $120. But with this one, we can use both. With the mini, you can only use the mini. So, all right, so we're going to follow the directions here. So number 1, check, got number 1. Number 2 is just the plate. And it's actually not number 2, it's number 3. Number 3 is the plate. So I'm going to stick that there. We are going to, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to emboss this foil just to show you when you emboss the foil, it is gorgeous. Now, you might see right here, these are not lined up. And that's okay, because on this end, all I need to make sure is that where I'm embossing is covered. Also, once I put it through, it can't be tilted like this, or it just feels really hard, like you can't get it through. And sometimes the reason is because the plates are tilted a little bit. All right, are you ready? Da, da, da. So pretty. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oof, now I have to make a card with it. So pretty. So that is that is our second one here. So that's the standard. Now let's do one with the 3D embossing folder. So I'm going to do in the pines with the trees there. And so we got number 1, check. And then it says to use number 4. This is number 4. So I'm going to it just says to use number 1 and 4, and that's all I'm going to do. So I want to get the top of those pines. And it does say to use just 1 paper at a time. I did do 2 today. Actually, I did 3. I wouldn't recommend doing 3, but 2 definitely works just fine. Of course I did 3 because I want to see how many I can do without breaking it. All right. So here's there's our in the pines. Just went through super simply, super easily. So let's see. I had one. I think that I don't know if that's all I have to show you. Just the 3 embossing, the 3 different ways you can emboss. And like I said, there is a magnet plate coming out. Now, if you already have the magnet plate, you can use this with the dies. So what does it say? 1, 2, and then the plate. So where's my number 2? Is 2. Oh, 2 is the plate. Nope, 3 is the plate. Where's 2? 2 is right here. So I can still use the magnetic if I want to. I can still use my magnetic plate here. I want to put a plate underneath and a plate on top. All right. So if you by accident go ahead and put your die here, you will put an impression in it, but it doesn't ruin anything. So you can use the magnetic if you want to. If you already have that, you can certainly use that. And whoops, clearly the magnetic's a little bit thicker. So they are coming out with a magnetic to match this one, which is great. So one thing I really like about this machine, as opposed to the Big Shot, is it's easy to store because it stores small. So it's only about 5-6 inches wide, and the handle is there, but I can fit this on a shelf a lot easier than I could fit my Big Shot. I will tell you with this, so if this is something that you want to get, you could get it for $99, because if you sign up to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you get $125 worth of free merchandise. And so that merchandise, you could choose this and then something for $5. If you got my email today, I would wait until September, because the month of September, there's 2 free stamp sets and 16 cards that you can make. Hi, Cheryl. Good to see you. If you missed, just go back to the beginning and take a look. So that is how you use the Stamp and Cut and Emboss. Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. Okay, I got to tell you something. I got to tell you a story right now. Can you come back up here? Okay, I have to tell you a story. So get comfortable. No, it's not that long. So the other day, I'm standing over at my counter. I have a huge counter, like it was in somebody's living room. They gave it to us, and then shelves on top of it, all connected. So one of these little dies falls down and slips under the counter. cabinet. And I'm like, oh, dang, how am I going to get that? So first I take a little piece of paper and I shove it under and try to pull it out. Can't even hear it. Then I take like a nail file and I try. And then Dave says, is that magnetic? I said, it is. He's like, well, why don't you take what is it? Yeah, from the Stamparatus. Take those strong magnets. Literally, I hold it down to the edge of the counter and whoosh, it came right out. I was like, oh, well, I had already given up. I tried several things. And I thought, well, just going to let it go. The circle is gone. But we got it. Because I'm thinking, well, can we cut into the base of the cabinet and so I can get down underneath? And anyway, so it all worked out, which is great. Okay, I want to tell you some other things coming up. If you got my email today, you did see I let you know about the September events. So Celebrate Fall, September 17th. And that's when we're making 4 cards. They are gorgeous, gorgeous. Simple Stamping, September 24th. And that is using the posies, not posies, peonies. Prize peonies. There we go. The prized peonies. And that's on September 24th. And then on September 26th is the next Christmas card workshop. And I'm telling you, our Christmas cards are going to be done by Halloween. So that's exciting. So if you don't get my email, please private message me and let me know. And I will certainly add you to the email list. I send one out every Monday, just letting you know what's going on in the studio. So I hope you enjoyed that. I think this is a pretty fun little tool. I will see you next time. I hope that you are stamping because it makes me happy. I'm sure it will make you happy. So happy stamping. Bye.